Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Tura 5-light seated glass pendant. This is the 131126. I have some of the parts here. Let's check them out. So if you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they do their forge, and these are all hand hammered and forged parts. This is aluminum. Really beautiful work. So each one is done by hand, and then they're all welded together, basically making sculpture at the end of the day. And there you go. So you get a chance to really check it out. So the glass on this is going to be the one that's going to be called seated clear, basically, and has little air bubbles in it. It's actually two pieces of glass. There's an outer piece, and then you can see there's almost like a hand-blown bottle of seated glass on the inside of this. This is a retaining ring. It's embedded. It's aluminum. It's always going to be that color too. So all these little details you should notice. So great piece. Also comes as a single, comes as sconces, comes as like linear pieces. Really, really beautiful. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. So we're talking 15 inches high. That's going to be the fixture body itself. Diameter on this is coming in at 27.3. Overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture, very, very bottom to the ceiling itself. It's going to have a range, and there's a pull-down menu that says choose your length. And so the shortest it can be is 50 inches and then that'll go to 80. That's the shorter one. The longer one is going to be 50 inches to 130. If you need yours to be longer than 130, drop a quick email. Say you're looking at the 131126 and tell me how long you need it to be. Could be 240 inches, could be 260 inches. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It'll come back with an answer of how we can help you. Adds a little time and money, but we do custom lengths every day. It's not a big deal. Let's get into a few other things on this. So let's talk about the canopy up on the ceiling. It's 12.3 inches in diameter. It is going to be about that thick, and it's holding a transformer which will transform your line voltage in your house or your building into low voltage, safely going through all those cables below. To show you more information about that, we're going to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put it together, which is super easy, but it's also going to show you good line drawings, detailed drawings of the inside of the canopy, how it goes over your 4-inch junction box, and attaches. There's other places where it can attach to the building as well. It's only 15.8 pounds. It's not very heavy at all, but I want to show you detailed drawings of the inside of that canopy just so you can get a chance to check it out. Okay. Other things about that canopy, where it says choose your finish. So obviously the finish is going to be on this, but the other place that finish is going to be the bottom, called the faceplate of the canopy, and that's going to be the round part that's flat on the bottom facing down. So they're going to be in the same finish. The can part of the canopy, that's the part that's goes around and touches the ceiling, that's going to be in black. So another detail you want to know. The other thing on the bottom of that are called grippers, and those little grippers are going to do just what it sounds like. They're going to accept those cables coming up into the canopy, and they're going to grip just so they don't come back down again and get everything where you want it to be. If you do want to bring them and back out again, you take your thumbnail, you just press into that, it releases it and allows them to come back down. You can't do it all the time. It's just during your installation, but it just, it's an easy thing that you should know about. The other thing about those little grippers, they're always going to be in a polished nickel, so they're not going to be the same finish as whatever you guys choose. They kind of disappear as far as the design thing goes because they kind of start feeling a lot like the cables that are going up, which are always going to be in a dove gray. So keep that in mind too. Let's talk about a couple other things. So this is going to be slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. It's a tongue twister. If you're going to be doing a slope ceiling, drop me a quick email. I'll walk you through that part of this too. Okay, let's talk about what's going on inside those sockets in the glass. It's going to be using a G4 LED only, no halogens in this. So a G4 4-watt LED, and you're going to be using a 4-watt, is the equivalent of a 40-watt halogen, so that gives quite a bit of light. So if you're going to be looking for these bulbs, the best place to do is online. That's where we get them. And honestly, I buy them on Amazon. It's just so simple. So I put in a G4 4-watt LED light bulb, and pops up a big list of things for me to look at, and I tend to want to break this up into a couple different things. So we talk about the color of light in these videos all the time, which is really important. So when you're looking at the results, you're going to notice they're going to be offering them in 2700 Kelvin or 2700 K. That is the light of a setting sun. So that's going to be kind of a yellowish orange light. They're also going to be offering these in daylight, and daylight sounds warm. It is not warm. That's that bluish white light like on an overcast day or a hospital waiting room. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin, sometimes 6,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. Depends on what they offer you. But that's going to be offered there too. What we like to use in our showroom is called warm white. And warm white is 3,000 Kelvin. That's the same quality of light coming down from these LEDs above me. So that's like an incandescent bulb warmth that we all grew up with. So that's what we like to use. So 3000 K, and you're good to go there. So the other thing about this, it's a dimmable fixture. You've got 5 of these sockets, don't forget. So if you're doing that G4 bulb, you can have the equivalent of 5 40-watt halogens. That's a lot. So you're going to want to, when you're looking at these bulbs online, even if you buy them in a store, you want to buy a dimmable version. It's going to be pretty important. The other thing is talk to your installer. Make sure they know you're using dimmable LEDs. They'll need to put the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.